Hi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So in the last session, we have created our customer. Yeah, we use the same concept for the vendor creation. Okay, so we use the same BP role and BP number range that we have used for the vendor. Then after that, we got a customer account group with a number range. We have given a customer account group and updated to a number range, yeah, assigned manually. Then the same account group we have activated to our BP group. Okay, so before the vendor group have been assigned to the BP group, and similarly now with the customer group assigned to the BP group. Okay, tolerance group being we have used a blank tolerance group to the company code. Here we don't need to do it again. Yeah, then it was a reconciliation account. So normally reconciliation account we used to map the subledger balances. Yeah, subledger in the sense like vendor customer asset kind of. So before to map the vendor balances, to bring the vendor balances to the balance sheets, yeah, we have to assign a GL to the vendor accounts, vendor master accounts. So similarly for here also for customers, we need as a reconciliation account. So we created a reconciliation account in the asset group, yes, and debtor. And after that, we created the master data customer. Okay, so using BP, we created the master. We have used the BP role FLCU00 to add the company code specific data for customer to the general data, so that becomes an FA customer. Yeah. So we define the customer like Bella. We created one customer there. We have seen that system has taken the number from the customer range. Okay, so our customer range was like this: a BP number range, vendor number range, and customer number range. So there, whenever we create a party, so system will take the number from the BP range, and the party when we extend to in the role of a vendor, so system will take the number from the vendor range, and now this is from the customer. Okay, from the customer range. And also we have seen like how we can make the same party with a different role, like we made the party Billa as a vendor as well. So using the role 000000, we have defined the general data of the party. After that, using FLVN00, we have made the party as a vendor, FA vendor. Same way, attaching the details using the role FLCU00, we made the party as a customer. So we can even make this party as a vendor as well as a customer. Okay, so we have made the master data vendor and customer. After that, we have simply started the transactions. We started with vendor transactions. So for the vendor transaction, we created a purchase GL, then the number ranges. So the transaction, as you know, have to be saved using a number. So we have to specify a number range, and this number range will be controlled by the document types. So we have different document types based on the type of transactions we do, like vendor invoice, payments, documents, credit memo. So this way, we segregate our total transactions. These are the standard document types. So we have defined the number ranges for the transactions, and we simply started the transaction with a vendor invoice. Okay. So in the vendor invoice, first we have made a transaction using an Enjoy transaction screen, a single entry screen. So there we could directly assign the vendor and the purchase account and given the details, so that system has posted a vendor invoice by automatically selecting the posting keys. Yeah. So we got a new posting key 31 to credit the vendor account. Yeah. So 40 and 50 we will be using before with the GLs for debiting and crediting. Now this is with the 31 to credit the vendor. Yeah. And document type KR we have used. So we have seen number has been taken from that KR series. Yeah. 19 series. Now also a transaction has been posted by F-43. It's a multiple entry screen. Manually, we have given the posting keys and we completed the transaction. Yeah. So these are the main points we had gone through, like with the customer creation and the vendor transaction invoicing. So any more question from these points? All right. So after this invoicing, next we will move to the reports. Okay. So anyway, we are not going to have all the reports. Yeah. So before with the GLs, like I showed you, just to go with the information system with general ledger. So in the information system, you could have a lot of reporting scenarios. Same way with accounts payables. And now we are dealing with the accounts payables, the vendor transactions. So here also you can see the information system. There are a lot of reports will be available. We'll have to open and check these reports. Okay, these are all different type of reports. Okay. So now we will see a standard reports like a vendor balance and vendor line items. Okay. So we had the GL balance. We check the GL balance. What does everyone remember the T code for GL balance? T code for GL balance. FK10N we used to get the vendor balances. Okay. FK10N. We can see the period wise reports. FK10N. Vendor balance display. Yeah. So we can go for a vendor account. The code 01 23. Okay. Once we execute, we can see the balance. Yeah. So this is the balance for this Adani Limited, 49,000 for the period 3. Yeah. The 3 transactions we made yesterday. Okay. So the same way, the detailed report we can have with vendor line item display with FPL1. For GL, we use FS10N and FPL3N. So vendor, you can see FK10N and FPL1N for the line item report. Okay. 1N, we can have the vendor line item display. The screen is much similar to the GL line item report. So GL line item report we've been having with the FBL3N. Yeah. So there it was with GL. Yeah. The same way the line item selection also there with open, cleared, and all item status. Okay. So with FBL1N, so here with GL, this is GL account, FBL3N, and FBL1N. You can see this will be vendor. Yeah, we can have a single vendor balance, a series of vendors, or even multiple selection. We can take the report how we want. So execute, we can get the detailed report. Okay. So we have with Tata Technologies 1,000 rupees, Adani Limited. Yeah, this much of amount. Yeah. 2 vendor transactions we have. Okay. So the transactions like we have posted, it's available with the vendors. So in which GL we can have these balances? Is there any GL will be having the same balance? We get a Sunday creditor, we can see the total report. Yeah. So this is the reconciliation account we have given to all those vendors. So the total reconciled balance with the transactions we can see in the GL Sunday creditor. Okay. So here the total balance for the vendors were 60,000 with different accounts. So there's 3100 Tata Technologies with 1,000 and 3106 Adani with 59,000. So total 60,000. The same transactions and balances we can see here 3100 and 3106, total 60,000. Yeah, this will be the reconciliation account for the vendors. Okay, so there is vendor balance and vendor line item report. Any question? So next will be vendor credit memo. Okay, return transaction. So what will be the entry for making a return? If there is a purchase return, what will be the entry? Can make with the T code FB65 with enjoy transaction. Okay. And F-41 with multiple entry script. Yeah. So FB60 we have used for invoicing and FB65 for returns, credit memo. Yeah. F-43 for multiple entry screen invoicing and F-41 for return posting, credit memo. Transaction will be like this. So before with invoicing, transaction was like purchase to vendor. We use the posting key 40 and 31. Here with vendor, to debit, we have to go for a different posting key. That will be 21. And what can be the posting key for crediting a purchase account?
50.
So being this purchase account a GL, and to be credited, we can have the posting key 50. Okay. So here, which document type we have used for invoicing? We used KR. Yeah. So here the document type will be KG, credit memo. Yeah, credit memo. So this will be the logic of the transaction. Yeah, posting key 21 will be having to debit a vendor balance. So with enter transaction screen, we can see system will take automatically, and with multiple in the screen of dashboard 41, yeah, we can choose the posting keys or even document types manually. Okay. So again, the way we do the transaction will be the same as like FP60 or even F-43. The only difference being the vendor will get debited, and we have to provide the purchase GL account to a credit. Okay. Now the difference. FB65. So this is FB65. Okay. Yesterday we did with FB60 with vendor invoice. Yeah. So it was invoicing. So here GL accounts we will provide will get debited by default. So vendor account will get credited. And now here with vendor credit memo, you have the FP65. You can see it will be credit memo. Yeah, the GL will be get credited, so the vendor will get debited. So the way we do the transaction will be the same. Yeah, system will automatically debit and credit. You can see here credit. So first check the company code. Otherwise, we can set the company code from here. Yeah. Then select the vendor from here. Yeah. So document date and posting date. You can specify the expense account to get credited. That is purchase. Amount we can specify will be 500. Being this purchase account a cost element, what we have to provide? A cost center we will specify. Yeah, because it's a cost element. Done. So the line item has been like activated. It's been checked. We can see the remaining balance of 500 rupees with the vendor. Yeah, you can specify the amount 500. Okay. Now the balances are equal. Credit and debit balances are equal. If we simulate, we can see the logic of the transaction. Okay, so before with invoicing system credited the vendor account with 31. Now here you can see it will take 21 to debit the vendor account. Yeah, and the same 50 to debit the purchase GL. Any question? You can pause. System will take a number from the 6 series. So then what is 6 series? 6 series is with 17. Yeah, that is KG and KA. Being it's a credit memo, system will take a number from 17, that is 6 series number. So here you can see a 6 series number has been taken to pause the credit memo. Yeah. And if you check the report here, Data Technologies, so the total balance was 1,000. I can see 500 rupees have been debited, so the remaining balance is 500. Yeah, total balance is 59,500. So the same effect we can see with the GL as well. Yeah, so this is something before we had the vendor credit memo transaction. Now we refresh, say with 3100, system has posted a debit amount of 500, so 59,500. So like this way, whatever the transaction we make to the vendor account will get updated to the reconciliation account. Yeah. So vendor credit memo. So the same transaction we can do with F-41. So any question from this FP65?
No, sir.
Yeah. The same transaction with F-41. Yeah. Again, the logic will be same. Document type KG. Yeah. The header data, document date, posting date, document type, period, company code and currency. Coming down, posting key 21 to debit a vendor account. Again, specify a vendor. Okay. A balance we can specify. Then what can be the next posting key? Next posting key. We can have the purchase account. Yeah. First, we have to credit the GL purchase as a cost element. So we'll add one cost center. So same again, 21 to debit and 50 to credit. Yeah, I can post it. So with Ensure transaction screen, system would directly debit or credit. So 21 and 50 have been taken automatically. Now with 41, yeah, we have to manually specify the posting keys. Yeah, the logic will be the same. Okay, with the transaction. And now system has taken a number from the 6 series, being it's been assigned to that case. Yeah. Credit memo, the return transaction. Let's check the report. Once we refresh, that was with, see, Adani, 300 rupees. Yeah, the same will be updated to the reconciliation account as well. Yes. So that is returns vendor credit memo with Ensure transaction screen and multiple enter screen. Any more question from this credit memo? Now we'll go for payments. So we have the vendor payable balance, and also we may have some vendor receivable balances. Okay, so if there is any returns or something, maybe after clearing, so we will receive the amount back from the customer, from the vendor. Yeah, so it can be a payable balance or it can be a receivable balance. Yeah, so to make the payable balance clear, yeah, we can use vendor outgoing payments. Which is a tick code used for GL outgoing payments? F-53 we can use to clear the vendor payable balances. Yeah, F-07 we have vendor, sorry, the GL payable balance. So there we have cleared the GL payable balances using a payment, yeah, with F-07. So this was GL payable balance document type yes. Okay, so here there we use the document type SA being as a GL transaction. Now with vendor payable balance, we can see the screen layout will be the same, yeah, with F-53. Say difference being we post against an open transaction or open amount of a vendor. What is account type K?
Vendor.
Yeah, so our open account will be a vendor. We post against a vendor account or vendor transaction. Okay, so the same way how we have made the transaction with F-07, yeah, with GL balances. So date and the remaining area for the header data. Here what we will specify? The bank data. And specify the cash account, maybe cash in hand or bank account where the payment will be made. Okay, so let's go for a payment to be posted against this one. See, this one we will clear. Okay, so we will make the payment of this Dani 3000 and we will clear this 4001, document number 4001. You can see this payable balance will get cleared by making a payment 3106 2000. Okay, here which account will select?
Adani.
So the vendor account, let's select here. So the payment will be made against this vendor. Okay, 3,000 rupees will be paid from this cash account to the vendor account. Process open item. Yeah, here what we have to do to make the entry 4001 clear. What we will do here.
Select on 3000.
You mean to block this amount?
Yes.
Okay, so 3,000 we will block. Then can we post? So remember with F-07 for GL outgoing payments, like we want to assign an amount to a particular document. How we made a particular document, yeah, active for the transaction and clearing. We made only that amount active, and the remaining amount we have blocked. Yeah, so the remaining amount we have blocked. Now we can see this is only active amount, which means the amount we have entered from the bank account will be assigning against this active amount, and being this amount are same, it will get cleared. Yeah, this is what exactly we have done for the GL transactions, GL payments. The same concept here also we can use. And also with GL payments, we had the partials and residuals. So what is the difference between partial transaction and the residual transaction? There we have discussed, like, and we have seen how what are the differences if we go for a partial entry or even if it is a residual entry. Now this is with the full entry, full payment. Yeah. So here also you can see the options are available, the tabs are available with partial payment and the residual payment. Okay. So here, if we make it posting with equal amount of an entry, so 4001, we have assigned the amount against 4001. A new document was posted with 5 series. So this was the total amount available with Adani. The payable was 58,700. Now if we refresh, you can see the 3,000 got cleared. Okay. So the same way we can go for a partial payment or residual payment, how we have made with the GL. So what is the difference between a partial payment and a residual payment?
In residual payment, the open document gets cleared and another open document is posted.
Yes, correct. Okay. See, for example, we have an invoice of, let the invoice number be 4002 invoice number. Okay. And we have an amount of 5,000 as open balance. Okay. So consider we make a payment. Let the payment entry be 5001, document number. The amount is 3,000. Debit. Okay. Debit. So this was our invoice and this is our payment. So if it is a partial entry, what will be the status of 4002 and 5001 after making the payment? If it is a partial, the status of 4002 and 5001. Document number 4002 and 5001. Yes, what will be the status if it is a partial? Is it open or clear or one clear, one open, or how it will be? Partial.
Open.
Both will be open, or how it will be? Only one entry will be open, or all the entries will be open?
One entry will be open, for which we haven't made the payment yet.
Which means the payment will be open or invoice will be open?
Invoice.
Yeah. So if it is a residual payment,
Then both will be cleared and other entry would be open.
so here another entry will be open. What can be the amount for the top entry?
2,000.
Correct. Okay. For residual, you made it correctly, like both the entries will get cleared and with the same document. So yeah, the payment entry 5001 will have one more line item with the remaining amount or the residual amount 2000. This will be open. Okay, these two entries 4002 will be cleared and 5001 will be having a clear document with same amount. Okay, so then the 5001 will be having 5000 as the clearing balance, and also one more transaction line we can see with 2000 as a payable balance credit amount, special balance. But the partial payment, both the transactions will be open. Okay, not like payment will be cleared and invoice will be open now. Yeah, if it is a partial entry, both the transactions, see the transaction we post and we assign against, so both the transactions will be open. Yeah, but residual, like both will be clear, and again with the payment entry one more line item will be there with the remaining amount as the open entry. So here the balance will not be 5000, so 3000. Here the balance will be 5000 with the remaining amount with the same document number open. Okay, so that is the difference. So if it is partial, yeah, invoice will be open, and this one will be 3000, right? And also will be open. Okay, so there is no additional line items, but with residual, this will be cleared. This one also will be cleared. There will be an open entry with the remaining balance as open balance with the same document number. Yeah, so this is the difference between a partial payment and a residual payment. This one we have all like briefly discussed in the time of IFRS 07. We can check there. Okay, so here also we can have the same thing. So partial and residual, people have to check with this. So by a vendor outgoing payments, we can clear a vendor payable balance. Same way, we can clear any receivable balance. See, here we have a receivable balance of 300. Okay, so it's a debit balance. It's this balance became a receivable, being it's a return. Yeah, we can receive this amount back. So the payable balance we have cleared using an outgoing payment. Similarly, we can have vendor incoming payments. F-52 by receiving an amount. So we can receive an amount against any receivable vendor balance, and we can clear the transaction with F-52. What is the take code for GL receivable balance clearing?
F-06.
Yeah, F-06. So again, the same concept. We can clear the balance. We can go for the partial here also. We have both the cases, partial and residual. Okay. So here we will receive the amount against the receivable and we can clear it out. F-53, first outgoing payments, we clear a vendor balance. F-52, incoming payments, we can receive the amount against a vendor balance so that it can be cleared. So it can be cleared, or it can be partial entry, or it can be even a residual. Okay, let's go for a transaction with so here the bank data will get debited, being we receive the amount. Let's receive this amount, and let's clear this out. $300 vendor incoming payment. Vendor. Okay. So all these transactions, we can see their inside with the vendor, open items. Yeah. So if you want to clear that 300 rupees, then how we can make it?
Block the other two.
So simply,
50,000 and 6,000.
yes. So it will be matched. Okay. So if we make it as a partial entry, think about we are making an entry of 200. We receive against like 200 against this amount. So this is 6, all zeros 1. We may have a new transaction. So what can be the status of this document if it is a partial entry?
Open.
And the status of the same document, if it is residual with 200 rupees, then
Cleared.
clear. Yeah. So anyway, please try with all these scenarios. Yeah. Again, the concept will be the same, and like how we clear and even in the partial and residual, if it is the case of a vendor or even at the GL, again we may have to go for the customer transaction. There also it will be the same. And the concept will be the same, whether it clears, yeah, on how it will be in the partial or how it will be in the residual transaction. So everything will be the same. The difference being like with the debits and credits. Okay, so here if it is a partial, being we pay against a payable balance, the entries will be debits and credits. Yeah. So if it is a customer or even receivable balance, we can see in the reverse order. Yeah, debits will be credit and credits will be debit. That's it. But the logic will be the same. Yeah. So that is vendor incoming payments. So we can clear a receivable balance or payable balance of a vendor with vendor outgoing and incoming payments. Yeah, F-53 and 52. Any question from this vendor transaction from the invoice? Yeah, we had invoice, we had reports, we had credit memo, and we had the payments. Any more question from this? All right. So the same set of transactions we have to do with the customers. Okay. So here only the standard transactions we have made. Yeah, we may have to do more transactions with more objectives. Yeah. The same transactions we will do with the customers now, and after that we'll go for the other areas of the transactions or vendor or customer transactions. Okay, we have to do the transactions with discounts, maybe with what you can say, different currencies, yeah, taxes. So all these transactions still we have to do. So configurations are required. Yeah. Now it's a simpler transaction without any of these additional things. Okay. Simply the logic of the transaction. The same set of transaction now we will do with the customers. So customer transactions. Same way. We'll start with a configuration for number ranges. So we need the number range to save or store all the customer transactions. Okay. So customer number ranges. We have to specify with document types. Yeah. So what can be the document type for customer invoice? Document type for customer invoice.
DR,
They are payment.
DZ,
DA and DG. Okay. So for vendor transactions for KR, 19 was the default number. Okay. 15 for DZ, 17 for DA and DG. Okay. Now here with customer, number will be 18, 14, 16, and 16. Okay. Now we have to set up number range to store all these transactions. 18, 14, and 16, three number ranges we have to create. What is the T code for document type? We can use OBA7, or even we can make with FBN1. So first better check the document type numbers. Yeah, then go for the number ranges. So let's check the numbers first in OBA7. Let's go for DR. This is 18. Okay, there is no change. These are the standard numbers. Okay, so DR 18 with the Z 40, then DG and DA, the A 16, and DG also 16. Okay, so there is no changes with the number. Yeah, the standard number is still there. So we have to define number ranges for these three numbers, 18, 14, and 16. The same way how we have made for vendor transactions. 01. Yes. So three ranges we have to specify. With 18, 14, and 16, you can have three intervals. Okay. With 18, so we have used up to 6 series. Let's go for a 7 series number. Yeah. With 7 all 9s. 14. With an 8 series number. And 16 with a 9 series number. Yes. So we are making all these 9 items assigned internally. So what is internal assignment?
automatic.
Yeah. So system will take the number from the range automatically. Saved. So first we will go for a customer invoice. FP60, we have used for the posting of vendor invoice. Enter transaction screen. Here for customer invoice, enter transaction screen will be FB70. Yeah, FB60 for invoicing, vendor invoicing, and FB70 for customer invoicing. Anyway, we need to create a sales GL. Let's check. Then what can be the transaction for vendor invoice? transaction entry.
Vendor customer to sales.
Customer to sales. Okay, so we use the document type. Which document type? They are. What can be the posting keys? So here we used 40 and 31. Then what can be the posting keys for customer invoice? So what is the first line item? What account we have to do the transaction, or what type of posting we have to make? Which account type it is?
Customer.
Yeah, to debit a customer, yeah, we can use the posting key, or the standard posting key will be 01 to debit a customer account. Okay, so what can be the posting key here for the second line item?
50.
50, correct. Yeah, being the sales account a GL, yeah, we can use the posting key 50, the standard posting key. So this will be the logic of the transaction. Be 70. So we come to the screens. We had this FB60 like this, vendor invoicing. We selected the vendor. Yeah, we have debited the purchase account or the expense account, and we completed the transaction. So a similar way, we come to FB70. Here it is with customer. The screen layout you can see will be the same. Yeah, difference being here it is customer, document type DR, and here we can specify the GL account to get credited. Okay. Yeah, then you people just guide me like how we can make a transaction, maybe 6,000 rupees as a sale to a first customer. Yes, please. What we will do first? First, check the company code. Okay. Company code 3001. Yeah. Select the customer. So this is a customer. Yeah. So 1201. We have not posted any vendor transaction to this this one, I think. Villa. Fine. Date. Yeah.
406.
Yeah. You can select the, okay, so sales GL, I think we don't have, right? Sales fields is there. No. Okay. So better we'll create one sales GL first. What does it take out to create a sales GL? Take out for creation of a GL. To create a GL, yeah, the income, we can create one GL account, make it as a revenue. Yeah. So create 3 1002, or even we can use the all zeros. So commission receipt has been created as 3001. Fine. So any number from the 3 series, because we have the number from this. Yeah. We can make it as, so what account type it will be if it is a sales account. So the balance sheet account, non-operating expense, primary cost of revenue, what we will select.
Primary cost or revenue?
Okay. Make it as an income. Yeah. Sales. Control data. Sort key we can use 001. What is 001? Posting key is sort key 001.
Posting period.
Posting date.
Posting date.
So which cash element category we can specify here if it is a revenue?
Profit
11.
11.
Okay. So for all the cost elements like the rent, salary, purchase, and everyone, we use the category 01 to make that account as a primary cost. Now this is with revenue. We can use category 11. Okay, revenue. So here we can use the field status group, maybe G01, or even we can use G029 as a revenue account. So whatever it is. Okay. Save it. So better to create a sales GL than to come for the transaction. So 3000000 for sales account. Sales. An amount we have to specify. Yeah. Then being it's a revenue, we can assign a profit center. What's our profit center? Yeah. Profit center. So remember with all the cost or expenses, we have given a cost center. Now being it's a revenue, we can specify with a profit center. Yeah. Enter. So you can see the difference amount with the customer here, 6,000. The debit and credit balance is not equal to 0. Okay. We can have the amount here. Now you can see the balances will be equal. Yeah, the credit entry and the debit entry got equal. If we simulate, you can see how system has taken the posting keys. 01 is the standard posting key to debit a customer for invoicing, and 50, like we know, to credit the GL. Yeah. So this will be the logic of the transactions. The same way how we have made the transaction with FB60. There, we selected a vendor and an expense GL. So here it will be a customer with one income GL, revenue GL. Document type was DR. Yeah, by default it will be DR for FB70 and KR for vendor invoice. Any question from this?
So tax would be the entry would be the same as vendor?
No. Because like here for the purchases, we have to go for the input taxes. We have to, what we can say, with the purchase accounts, we have to again debit the balances and the total amount have to go to the credit, I mean the vendor, right? So in the sales, like we have to have different tax codes. Okay. Say we'll be having input tax and output tax separately. Yeah.
Okay.
So based on that, we have to specify the tax code. Yeah. For example, here we have to go for an input tax of 18%. Maybe the tax code will be V2. Okay. The same 18% tax we have to specify. If we have to go for the customer, then we have to create a separate tax code. Let it be A2. So both the tax codes we have to create. Yeah. And we have to specify because at the type we create the tax code the tax codes will be country specific. Okay, there is no separate or company code specific tax codes. Okay, for India, like we can have a common set of tax codes. So whatever the company we create under this country, India, like the same tax codes we can use. Okay, so let's check any tax code is there. Okay. Anyway, we will be creating all these tax configurations later. Just wanted to show you something, because see, if it is an input tax, here we have to specify this is input tax or output tax. We have tax type. Okay, so based on that, system will consider this is an input tax, not by the name. System will consider this is an input tax or output tax. By the tax type, system will consider it's an input or output. Okay, two tax types we have, input and output. Yeah, so separate tax codes we have to create, even though the rate is same. Yeah, that we will see. So that with the tax configuration and the transaction, we will see how we can create different. What is the difference, or configuration level? What is the difference if it is for an input tax or if it is for an output tax? We will see. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So any more question from this customer invoice? With enjoy transaction screen. The same transaction we can go with using the multiple interest screen with F-22. Okay, so for vendor invoice we made with F-43 with the same logic. Yeah, 40 and 31 with document type KR. So the same way, customer invoice we can do with F-22 by manually selecting the posting keys and the document type. But again, same logic. Yeah, F-22. See? 01. 0 for debiting a customer account. Yeah. Header data, the dates, document type DR. Still, we can change to any other one, but the standard document type we use DR for customer invoicing. Company code and currency. Posting is 012. Debit customer for invoice posting. Yeah. You can select the customer account from here. ₹5,000. What can be the next posting key?
50.
Yeah, 50 we can use to credit our sales GL. You can copy the amount. You can specify a profit center. And we can post it. Okay. 01 to debit the customer and 52 credit the sales GL. Same logic. Invoice. So when you come to the reports, yeah, we'll go for customer balance and customer line item. Okay, so for GLs, we use the T code plus 10N and FBL 3N, and vendor it was FK10N and FBL 1N. And what can be the T code for customer balance?
FD0, FD10N.
Yeah, FD10N. So why FD10N?
D customer.
Correct. Yeah. So S is GL, we know, and the same way K is the vendor. Now FD10N will be the T code for customer balance. The same way period wise balance we can have with FD10N, and the customer line item display will be FBL5. So you can see the similarities here. Okay, FBL5N we can use to get the line item reports for customer transactions. FBL5. So let's go for FD10N. Yeah, so the customer wise, like period wise balance, we can see. Yeah, so for the third period, we have only one, only debit balance of 11,000. So no balance carry forward from the last year, or even no other period balances are there. So that's why that all the balances are same. Don't have credit. So the total balance is here. But there is no transaction from the last periods. Cumulative balance is also the same. Yeah, this is the total balance. Twenties. Yeah. The same detailed line item report we can have with FBL 5. Same transactions. So in which GL we can have the transactions, these entries? GL?
Sales.
Sales GLs will be having the credit entries. So any other GL with the same as that of the customer balance?
Sundry debtors.
Correct. Yeah. So sundry debtor is the reconciliation account for the customer account. So the same transactions we can see with the sundry debtor account. Same transactions. Okay. So we don't have any other customer balance posted. So that's why we can see the sundry debtor and the Birla group is having the same balance. If we have more customer with a different balance, the total entries, yeah, the accumulated balance we can see with sundry debtor. Same transactions, same balance, 11,000 receivable. Reconciliation account. So, any question? From the customer side, we have to go for the credit memos and the payments. Yeah. So two more set of transactions we have to see. So we'll go for 10 minutes break, and after that we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so invoice and reports. Now we'll come down for the customer credit memo. Is my screen visible? Guys, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So customer credit memo. Okay, so the same way we will go for the returns. The tick code will be FB75. Yeah. So vendor credit memo we made with FB65. FB60 was for vendor invoicing, 65 for credit memo. With customer, the invoice was FB70 and 75 for credit memo return. Okay. Transaction will be sales to customer. Yeah. Document type DG. What can be the posting key for sales account? Sales.
What?
The 40 being sales account is the GL and we have to debit. Then what can be the T code here? I mean, posting key here to credit a customer. We can use the posting key 11 to credit the customer. Okay. So for GL, we have used 40 and 50. Yeah. Vendor, it was 21 and 31. Now with customer, yeah, for debiting, that was 01 and crediting 11. Now you can see the similarities. Okay, for debiting and crediting. Yeah. So to debit, we used 01. Now for crediting a customer account, the posting key will be 11. Okay. So with FB70, we made the customer invoice. Yeah, we debited the customer and the sales account got credited. Now with FB75, customer invoice, FB75, it will be customer credit memo. The customer will got credited and the GL account we will debit. Okay, again the same logic, the same way of transaction. The document type is DG here, bring it credit memo. Customer dates, you can specify the sales GL for debiting. We can go for some amount. Sales being a revenue, we can specify one profit center. We enter 500 rupees. 500. If we simulate, so this is the transaction. Yeah. So sales account will get debited against a credit entry for the customer with posting key level. So a new number from 9 series. So 9 series is with customer credit memo PG. And all zeros. So the same transaction we can see with multiple on the screen F-27. We used F-43 Yeah, for vendor invoicing with Enjoy Transaction Scheme, and F-41 for credit memo. Okay, so here with F-22 for multiple vendor scheme with invoicing. Now here for credit memo, it will be F-27. Vendor transactions and customer transactions. Vendor credit memo, sorry, the customer credit memo, again, the same logic with multiple vendor scheme. We can manually pick the document type or posting keys, and we can complete the transaction. Never use. So with customer balance, you can see the amount got updated. Okay, the same transaction will get added to the reconciliation account as well. Credit memo F-27. F-27 again the same. Document type BG, posting key 11. Posting key 11 is for what?
Credit customer.
Okay, credit the customer account for posting 11. Okay, we will type that. F-27. Please do this. Okay, coming down to the payments. Yeah, here also we'll be having customer incoming payments and customer outgoing payments. Okay, so customer incoming payments. So any customer receivable balance we can close using customer incoming payments. Okay, F-07, sorry, 06 we used for the clearance of receivable balance for the GLs by receiving an amount, and for vendor it was F-52. Okay, when it comes to the customer, okay, we can receive the amount with F-28. We can receive the amount against a receivable balance from the customer, and when we can clear it out. And also the partial and residuals will be applicable. Yeah, now you know what is the difference between a direct payment with clearing, a partial payment, and even a residual payment. Yeah, so customer incoming payments, the same way we will be having customer outgoing payments as well. Yeah, because of this credit memo or return or anything, if we have to return the amount to the customer, okay, or if there is any payable balance to the customer, we can pay this out using T code F-31. Customer payable balance can be cleared using an outgoing payment. F-07 we use for GL, yeah, and F-53 we use for vendors. In all the 6 T codes, you can see, you know, the concept will be the same. How we select an open item, or how we activate a particular open item only, or a set of open items, yeah, for clearing, that's a partial, residual, whatever it is. Okay, see, if we want to go for a receipt from a customer with a clearance, say for example here, let's receive the 6,000 against this Birla Group, and if you have to clear, yeah, we'll go for F-28. This is incoming payment from the customer, account type D. Yeah, Same logic we can apply here as well. So here we have a bank data. The account we specify here will get debited or credited. In this transaction, the account we specify here will get debited or credited. What do you think?
Debit.
Debited being we receive the amount. Okay, that's the cash account. Yeah, the 6,000 rupees. Customer incoming payment. Yeah, the customer we can specify here. So these are the line items within that customer 1201. The same open items you can see here as well. Yeah. So what we will do to clear the amount from document 7 all zeros.
Block the other two, 5,500.
Yeah, I can see the entered amount becomes equal to the assigned amount. Yeah. So the entry will be like this. Yeah. So only use posting key 15 to credit the customer against a payment with clearing. This is the standard key system will be using. You can post it. So there also you have seen like the partial, still all the tabs are available. You could have to try with that. Yeah, do multiple transactions and check with that to practice. So a new document has been posted from the DZ series. What would be the status of this document number 7 all zeros if we refresh the report?
Clear.
Correct. Yeah, got clear. Okay. The same way, the people have to check with how it will be the partial, residual, and even the outgoing payments. Yeah, I'm not going to again like deeply into all these things. Yeah, it's been discussed multiple times. Yeah, people have to check. Just go for any payable balance. Say for example, we have the payable balance here, a return. Yeah, you can pay against that. Yeah, just try with the partial as well as residual. Any question from this? These are the standard transactions again, without any TD, any GST, any what you can say, any discount. Yeah, so any bank activation, nothing. Simple transactions, standard transactions. So any question from this, any of the customer transactions? So we have made the customer document number ranges, customer invoices we have seen with enjoy transaction scheme and multiple entry. Reports we have discussed, and then returns, credit memos, and even incoming and outgoing payments for the customer. Any question? Yeah. Now we will go for another type of transaction. Okay. So we will see advance payments. Advance payments. So what is the difference between a normal payment or an advance payment? See, think about what are the transactions we are already gone through. Okay, let's start with a vendor advance payment. Okay, so a vendor we had posted with an invoice. Yeah, so let's say 5,000 rupees. We made an invoice. The amount will be debited or get credited with the vendor. If it is a vendor balance, a vendor invoicing, the amount will be debited or credited to the vendor account. Will get credited. Okay. So if it is a payment, then how it will be? Let's say we make a payment of 3,000 rupees. This amount will be a debit balance. Okay. So the total balance will be like 2,000 credit. So this is how it is. In which GL we can see the same balances?
Sundry creditors.
Yeah. So sundry creditor, yeah, will be our reconciliation account. Okay. So we can see the entire transaction updated to the reconciliation account, sundry creditor. Here the transaction will get credited. We can see the same debit balance. Yeah. And so the remaining balance also will be the same with the sundry creditor account. So we have seen that. So normal transactions, always system will copy to the reconciliation account we have assigned to the vendor. Okay. So this was our vendor account. This is our reconciliation account. So amount was like this. So the sundry creditor was under which account group, GL account group? Is it a liability, expense, income, or asset? What it was, sundry creditor. Sundry creditor account.
Liabilities.
Yeah, correct. We made a liability account as a reconciliation account for vendor. Being normally vendor balances will be like we treat as a liability account balance. Okay. See, think about an advance transaction. We make an advance payment of let's say 6,000 rupees. We make an advance. So if we make a transaction of advance payment to the vendor 6,000, so this amount will be having a debit entry or will be having a credit entry with the vendor. It will be debit balance or credit balance if it is an advance payment. What do you think? Advance transaction. What will be the entry if you make an advance payment? The transaction for an advance payment to a vendor. Which account will get credited and which account will get debited? We make the payment to the vendor. Okay, so which account will get debited and credited?
Vendor to cash.
Correct. Vendor to cash only. Okay. Because we make the payment, so our cash account will get credited and the vendor account will get debited. This is the transaction. Okay, so vendor advance. So if we make an advance payment, the 6,000 will be having a debit balance. Okay, so as per our concept, like whichever the transaction we make to the vendor will be copied to the reconciliation account as well. So 6,000 rupees will be coming here with the general concept. And think about being this an advance posting. So advance posting, how we treat an advance balance? We make an advance payment to a party. Yeah. So how we treat that amount as? We treat that amount as a asset balance or like a liability reducing balance. Anyway, the concept is same, but still, where we want to show that amount as an asset side or a liability side?
Asset side.
We want to show this amount as an asset side because it's an advance. Okay. So this vendor advance is also like we don't have many, we don't have made any invoicing or purchase with the vendor. So until that moment, we can keep this amount as an asset for us. So here system will make this amount at the liability side. Anyway, it will be debit balance still in the liability account. Okay. So here we can overcome the situation. At the case of advance, we can post this amount to an asset account. So this reconciliation account we have created at the liability side. Same way we can create a reconciliation account at the asset side. Okay, let's create an asset reconciliation account, maybe vendor reconciliation account asset side. Let it be a vendor advance. Okay, that be in the asset side. This also will be treated as a reconciliation account. Yeah, this time amount will be copied to our advance account, not here. So this is our normal reconciliation account. Okay, for the advance posting only, we use this reconciliation account. So this reconciliation account, we can say this is our alternative reconciliation account. Yeah, we can have an alternative reconciliation account. So at the time of advance, we know why we have to copy this amount to this asset account, yeah, rather this liability account. Being it's an advance. And how it is possible? That is the configuration. Yeah, how system will identify for advance posting, the amount will be moved to an asset GL, not the liability GL. This is our regular reconciliation account. We have seen whatever the transaction we made will be copied to here. Okay, so here what we do is we have two reconciliation accounts. Okay, so one is our regular reconciliation account and the second one is our alternative reconciliation account. We will link these two accounts. For linking these two accounts, we use the concept of special GL indicator. Yeah, we use the concept of a special GL indicator. We have a standard special GL indicator A, means advance or down payments. These two accounts we link using the special GL indicator A. Yeah, so sundry creditor our regular reconciliation account, vendor advance our alternative reconciliation account. These two accounts we link using a special GL indicator. So normally whenever we do a transaction, system will post to the regular reconciliation account. Okay, but at the advance time we specify here to use special GL indicator A. Whenever we do an advance posting, we initiate the system to use the special GL indicator A. Normally, which GL will get updated if with the vendor balance? Sundry creditor. Okay, so if there is any special GL indicator specification, system will check is there any GL assigned using the indicator A. Yeah, so we have one account, so the amount will be moving to this account. But the advance time we have to specify special GL indicator A to be used. So system will not copy to the regular reconciliation account. Yeah, so system will check which is the regular reconciliation account for this vendor. So this is the regular reconciliation account. Okay, so here there is a usage of A. Then using A, there is another account active. So system will always divert the amount to this account. So this is the concept of advanced transaction. Yeah, it's very simple. Using a special GL indicator, we assign a different GL. The different GL we consider as an alternative reconciliation account. So at the time of posting, we will specify this indicator so that the amount will be diverted to the alternative account, not to the regular account. This is the concept of advanced transaction. We can have this amount at the asset side of the balance sheet with this GL, and all the regular transactions will be with liability side. Is the concept clear? Or any question? So the configuration being, we have to define an alternative reconciliation account. So we already have the regular reconciliation account. Then we will link and we do a transaction using special GL indicator A. Then we will see the amount will be there with a different account. Yeah. So this is the concept. Any question?
No, sir.
So the configuration level, first we need to create an alternative reconciliation account. So we will define alternative reconciliation account. So what can be the T code for creating this account? T code for defining a reconciliation account.
FS00.
Correct. FS00 because this is a GL. Okay. We define Sunday creditor as a GL. The liability side, again, this is like the same way. It's a vendor reconciliation account, but it will be the asset side. No other difference. Same vendor reconciliation account at the asset side. Okay. So in FS00, we'll create a vendor reconciliation account at the asset side. So we had a reconciliation account, Sunday creditor at the liability. So there is a vendor reconciliation account. The liability now will create one asset reconciliation account. Sorry, vendor reconciliation account at the asset side. We should not say asset reconciliation account because we have the asset reconciliation. If this is asset means this is an asset reconciliation account. So we have to create one vendor reconciliation account under asset group. Yeah. Is it possible we can copy this account to make an account at the asset? Yeah. Is it possible?
Yes, sir. We can copy accounts.
Yeah. So either we can create from the scratch or we can copy this account, but make sure that this will be in the asset side and will be a vendor reconciliation account. These 2 points we have to keep in mind. Okay. So we can copy this account to an asset number. That will be 2 all zeros 3. Is it liability?
Asset.
Should be asset. Okay. So we will make it as a vendor advance account. Vendor reconciliation account. Yeah. Page status we can use G067. Save. So a GL account we have created. Now the assignment. Okay. So already this vendor have been assigned with the regular reconciliation account. Now with the regular reconciliation account, we have to assign our alternative reconciliation account using special GL indicator A. It's a standard special GL indicator A for advances or down payments in the current assets. Yeah. We got the vendor advance account. Now we will link this account to our normal reconciliation account. So this process we will do using special GL indicator A. Okay. Can you set a code OBYR to link these 2 accounts using an indicator? Let's say OBYR. What is account type K?
Vendor.
Yeah, vendor. So you can see there are a lot of special GL indicators will be there. 3 and 4 might have someone maybe created, but see this A, B, F, I, and all things. You can see the standard reconciliation. Special GL indicator we use for different reasons. Now we use the standard reconciliation account A for advance payments for vendors. Okay. With this indicator, we have to link these 2 accounts. Yeah. So to link simply double click on this line, KA. System will ask for the chart of account because we have to link two accounts from the same chart of account. Our chart of account is RTCA, fine. RTCA, enter. Make sure that the chart of account selected is like our own chart of account. Enter, say, two accounts we have to link here. So we have the regular reconciliation account here and the alternative reconciliation account here. Alternative reconciliation account either we say special GL, because this GL we specify here will get a transaction posted only by a special GL indicator. Special GL indicator. So this account we can say special GL, alternative reconciliation account or special GL. Only this account is going to get a transaction by a special GL indicator. So special GL, fine. Then which are the GLs to specify? Which is our regular reconciliation account?
Sundry creditors.
Yeah, so sundry creditor is our regular reconciliation account. That is 1R01. Yeah, and the special GL is vendor advance. Yeah, 200003. So using the special GL indicator A, we link reconciliation account and the special GL indicator. Sorry, special GL. Yeah, we can save it. Two 00003. Yes. Yeah, save it. So the configuration is done. We don't have any more configuration. This is our simple configuration. And at the time of advance, make sure that we have assigned or we have used the special GL indicator A, because only by special GL indicator A, system will identify the amount have to be posted to this account, not to this account. Yeah. I will make an advance payment. For the advance payment, we have the code F-48. F-48. There, we'll specify a special GL indicator A for vendor account against the cash account. F-48. Okay, see. F-48. Here you can see vendor account and a special GL indicator to be used. Yeah. So the header data will be again the same. What is document type KZ? Document type KZ.
Vendor payment.
Vendor payment. Okay. Let's go for Tata Technologies with special GL indicator. Okay. So system will divert the amount to the special GL. Okay. And the bank data. Yeah, from which account we have to pay the vendor. We don't have any bank account, we'll go with cash in hand. No issue. We make an amount of 6,000 rupees. Okay. Let it be a vendor advance payment. Yeah. Simply enter. You copy this amount. Here you can see system will use POSIT 29 for making this special debit entry. Here system will make a special transaction by debiting the vendor using a special GL indicator A. Yeah. The transaction will be like this. And also you can see if you check the vendor account, GL account. So this is our vendor account. So which account it will be? This one? being we have the special GL indicator A, which account it can be? It's a regular reconciliation account or alternative reconciliation account?
Alternative.
Alternative account, that is advance. Yeah, we have the advance account 2000003. You can see being we used A, system will use that number, that account. Yeah, you can save this. Transaction will be posted. Okay, so if we check the vendor balance, this is customer, right? Vendor Tata Technologies, that advanced transaction will not be available here directly. So this transaction is 5002 advance entry. But if we check here, the advance will not be available here. Yeah, directly, because it's a special GL transaction. So if you want to display any special GL transaction with vendor or customer reporting, yeah, here we have an option, special GL transactions. Activate this special GL transaction. Then if you execute, you can see this transaction 5002 will be there with special GL indicator A. If we have the special GL indicator A, then what we can know that what type of transaction it will be. What transaction it is if there is a special GL indicator A. It's an advance. It's an advance payment. Okay, so we have an advance payment of 6,000 to this party. That's it. Okay, and if we take the reconciliation account, so we have two reconciliation accounts now. Which are the two reconciliation accounts? Which are the two vendor reconciliation accounts we have now?
Sundry creditors and vendor advance.
Okay, so we have sundry creditor and vendor advance. Okay, 200003. If we take both the accounts report, we can see that the sundry creditor, that 5002 will not be here, and that amount will be there with advance as a clearable balance. We can clear this amount because it's an advance. Yeah, so this amount will be there with the advance account, not with the regular reconciliation account sundry creditor. So advance have been posted. What can be the next step? No, most probably after making an advance. What we will do? After advance, we can make a
We'll purchase.
Purchase, correct. Okay. So let's go for invoice so that that advance can be utilized. Okay. So we'll make an invoice. It can be with FP60 or F-43. You can make an invoice. Okay. Let's go for an invoice like let's copy this transaction. Anyway, you can create a transaction like from the scratch with a -43 or 60. For the moment, I'm simply copying this. To yeah. So this amount would be posted to which reconciliation account? Regular reconciliation account or the alternative reconciliation account?
Regular.
say it's with that liability account. Okay, Sunday creditor. So once we post, this 4 all zeros 4. So our invoice is 4 all zeros 4. Yeah, and here advance was like 5 all zeros 2. So this is our advance transaction and this is our invoice transaction. No, and both the transactions are with same vendor but different reconciliation account. Yeah, now let's see. If we take the vendor transaction, you can see that account over there. Yeah, for all zeros 4 KR invoice. But if you check the reconciliation account, that will be updated to the Sunday creditor account. Yeah, for all zeros 4, say this one. So invoice is here and the advance is here. For clearing, we have to transfer the amount from advance account to the Sunday creditor account. We have to transfer. Then only this amount will get cleared. Otherwise, system will keep this amount as a receivable balance at the advance account. We have to do the clearing. Yeah. So against this invoice number, so this is our invoice account, invoice document. Yeah. Against this invoice document, we can transfer the amount from advance account. So clear vendor advance. We can use the T code F-54. Yeah, the amount will be transferred from the alternative reconciliation account back to the regular reconciliation account against an invoice. F-54. So here, system will ask for a relevant invoice to transfer the amount. Against which invoice we do transfer the amount. Okay. Again, we have the although yeah, I'm sorry. So we have the header data here that we can specify the dates, document type and all. So what is document type KA? Document type KA. This is vendor document. It's not an invoice we do. It's not a payment or even it's not a credit memo. It's simply a transfer amount from one to other reconciliation account. So we can consider this as a vendor transaction or vendor document. Okay. So against this vendor or with this vendor 3100, yeah, against this invoice we will transfer the down payment or the advance amount. So this is our advance payment. So we have some balance over there. If we process the down payment, then we can see how many advance amounts are there with us. We have only one transaction with 6,000 rupees. Yeah, and available amount also will be 6,000, being we have not transferred any amount from this before. Even we can do the partial transfer also. So always doesn't mean 6,000 is the total available balance and we have to transfer the full amount. No. Yeah, we can transfer a partial amount as well. So this time we will transfer the full amount. Just simply double click here. System will take the full amount available. Yeah, and we can post. So against this invoice, we will transfer the amount from this advance account, advance transaction. So why this Tata Technologies and Tata Technologies? Are we transferring the amount from Tata Technologies to Tata Technologies, same account? What will be the difference?
So one is from the alternative
Correct.
and
Correct. Yeah. So here at the vendor level, both are the same vendor. But if we check the GL level, anyway, we will correct this one. So vendor clearing, advance clearing. Okay. So this is the entry. Both are same vendor. But if we check the GL level, we can see that amount will be transferred from, say, vendor advance to syndicator. It will be credited from advance and will be debited to syndicator. That's it. Okay. Vendor account will be the same, but GL level, this will be two different account. Yeah. That's clearing, can post. So advance have been moved from there. So if we refresh the report, what can be the available balance in vendor advance?
0
Say
or no balance.
0. It's been transferred and cleared. So cleared by a transaction 6002. That transaction you can see updated to the Sunday creditor, say 602. So that 5002 invoice was 4004, this one. Yeah. And this transfer is 6002. See. Anyway, this clearing will be at the special GL level. Reconciliation account level, system will clear the amount. Yeah. At the vendor level, we have to do the manual clearing. On account, you can see the effect of the balance because here 6,000 credit and 6,000 debit. But this one we have to clear manually. Okay. So this 4,004 and this 6002, we have to clear manually if it is same amount. But the amount you can see have been moved from the alternative account to the regular account. We'll do the clearing also. Clear vendor account. Okay, so we don't need to keep both the transactions still open in the vendor account. Okay, so if we check the vendor, you can see the advance will be cleared. Yeah, advance will be cleared and will be moved as a normal balance, and the invoice also will be there. So these two accounts, you can see there is no balance in this one. So 1,500, so 500 is the active balance. So these two we can put together and we can clear. And manual clearing is possible. Yeah, we use the T code F-44 for the manual clearing of vendor transactions. So these two transactions we will clear manually with 3100. With the date, yeah, and company code. We process open item. You can see all the open items with the 3100. Which are the transactions we will keep for clearing? And which are the one we will block?
We'll keep 6,000 and block 1,000 and 500.
Correct. So you can see there is an effective balance of 0 because this is credit and this is debit. Okay, so system will match these two transactions. Also, you can see partial residual, everything is available here in the manual clearing also. Anyway, the 6 and 6 will be cleared using a new transaction. So normally if you make a payment and all, that payment entry will be the clearing document number. But this case, system will generate a new number that will be the clearing document. See the 6002 and 604. So now the document was 10027. Let's see. See, two documents have been cleared with the new number. System generated number. Yeah, it's cleared. This is how we process the advance. Okay. So the concept of special GL indicator. Yeah. So we had the vendor transactions. The reports we have seen: vendor balance and vendor line item, vendor returns, depositing key 21 to debit the vendor. Then for the payments, vendor payable balances we have cleared using F-53, and the receivable balance with F-52. The same way, the customer transactions, first we have we did the setup of document numbers for customers, the document types. Customer invoice we have done with FB70 and F-22 with the logic of 01 to debit the customer. Yeah, document type TR. The same way, the balance report and the line item report we have seen. Credit memo for the customer return. 11 will be the posting key we can use to credit a customer. Customer incoming and outgoing payments. Yeah, customer receivable and payable balance can be clear. Anyway, partial and residual also will be applicable in both the cases. And after that, it was the case of advance payment. There we use the concept of special GL indicator. We linked the regular reconciliation account with an alternative reconciliation account using a special GL indicator. At the time of posting, we have used that special GL indicator, so that system has diverted the amount to a different account. Yeah, we have posted and we have transferred the amount and we have cleared the balance against an invoice. Yeah. So these are the main points we have gone through today. So any more question from this? Anyway, with the notes, I'll be sharing the T codes for the customer advance also. If people have to check with that, same concept. Yeah, we have this normal reconciliation account for all the customers. Now we'll create a regular alternative reconciliation account. So in which group we will create a alternative reconciliation account for customer? Is it an asset or liability? In the case of customer,
Liability.
Liability. Amount we receive from the customer will be liability for us. So using that concept, you will have to tie with that. And if there is any concerns, means we will discuss in next session. Okay, customer advance.
Okay.
Yeah. So any more question from these points that we had gone through today?
No, sir.
Yeah. So okay then, we close here. Yeah, we can see.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.